Hi, this is Megan Ellis from the Aurora Public Library, and I am going to take you on a journey today to create a fairy garden. Well, actually, in our world, it's apparently a dinosaur, phoenix, Muppet, Disney, oh, yep, and then we've got another dragon hiding back in here somewhere. Yeah, we just used all the stuff that we found in our basement and decided to use it to make our own fairy garden. So I hope you enjoy this video. Things are just starting to wake up here in Erie, but I've got this old gnarly wheelbarrow that's super cool, and it was filled with alyssum last summer, which made it a really cool wheelbarrow full of pretty purple and yellow flowers just overflowing. But as the season starts again, you can tell it needs a little bit of work. So today we're going to start planting this and seeing what we can make happen in terms of a fairy garden. So these are the plants that I am going to use in my fairy garden. Okay, well, I'm not going to use all of these plants because I went to the garden store and went a little bit bonkers, but you can see I got a variety of heights as well as density. So over here on the left, the tall ones with the beautiful pink flowers, that is sage, and I thought that would be really great to have some really nice height. Next to it, this beautiful orange, is a Gerber daisy, and then you'll see this little columbine. It is a dwarf columbine. It's just gorgeous. They're just little itty-bitty petite things. If you are looking for those in the garden center, you're going to want to look in the rock alpine plants or the rock garden area. They've got a whole different type or a whole different variety of colors for these little miniature columbines. So one thing you need to know about columbines is that they cross-pollinate like crazy. So if you have, say, a red columbine next to a little blue columbine, next year you're not going to have just a red columbine and a blue columbine. You're going to have a mix coming up volunteers. So if you want to keep all of your columbines the same color, plant them separately in different parts of your garden so that they don't cross-pollinate quite so easy. I've got some really cute little plants. I've got some Irish moss that could be used as like a lawn. And then this little plant over here to the left is another rock alpine plant that I found. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but it's just super cute, so there you go. I also found a great variety of Johnny Jump-Ups or violas. These will come back year after year. They're just readily accessible. They're always happy and perky, which is great. Over here, I found this gorgeous, I'm hoping you can see it, geranium. And the geranium, this one has got just speckles of pink and white in it. It almost looks like, well, I was going for whimsy. It looks like perhaps the fairy was painting and then tripped and spilled the paint. Although if you're in my family, they ask you if that was in Zombieland, but that's a different story. Okay, over here I just took stock of stuff that was in my basement, and it's just a whole bunch of random stuff. We've got a large pine cone that we got from Northern California that followed us home in the car. We've got, you know, those little yogurt glasses, that yogurt that comes in the little glasses, and you just feel awful about throwing those away because there's got to be some use for them. I'm going to use them today because there's got to be some use for them. I have a ton of canning rings, and then I've got some little rocks, pebbles that I might be able to use for gravel. And then I've got some dishes that were just chipped all to heck, and I thought maybe I could use those somehow in the garden. So those are the supplies I'm going to start with, and we'll see how things go. Okay, so now you can see that I have gone through and painted some of this stuff. This, I just painted some polka dots on the inside, and shortly I'll be going over that with red paint. I painted on the inside in the hopes that I can make this waterproof so that the paint will last longer, as will the jar outside in the weather. I've also painted a ring from one of my canning supplies, and then I've got all these cute little wooden planters that I found down in the basement. I have a lot of stuff down in the basement. So I've got those that I am ready to paint, and we're just going to let them dry and see where it goes from there. Okay, so you can see that I've gotten my little fairy house painted. You can kind of tell it's one of those yogurt jars that I painted a canning lid and put it on top. I painted the inside of the jar, the white dots first, and then covered it with paint and made a little roof overhang for it so the fairy has a nice little patio to sit on. We've kind of gone through and sorted where we want things. You can see the sage in the upper left-hand corners, and then I clustered my violas or Johnny Jump Ups in color groups, and I've got that Gerber daisy in the back, and then I've got all that really cool Irish moss that I'm going to go ahead and kind of spread out. And then with the broken plates that we have, I'm going to see if once we get things planted, I can make some stepping stones or trails in there. Let's see how it goes. All right, so here is our fairy garden. Actually, it's looking more like a dragon garden. So you can see over here at the right hand side, we've got a little wall that kind of separates the Johnny Jump Ups, the violas. We've got the Gerber daisy, Gerbera, I cannot say that right. And then there's a little house with our little path, which goes over here to the other set of really gorgeous Johnny Jump Ups. And then over here is the sage. And you can see our dragon peeking in the background. I hope you enjoyed this video. We sure enjoyed having a great time making it with you guys today. Have a great summer and hope to see you soon.